Once upon a time, in the quaint town of Pawsington, there existed a peculiar tradition known as Catnap-Dog-day. It was a day when the age-old rivalry between cats and dogs was set aside, and peace reigned supreme throughout the town. This day was celebrated every year on the first Saturday of May, bringing together the feline and canine inhabitants in a joyous display of harmony. The story begins on the eve of Catnap-Dog-day. In a cozy little cottage nestled on the outskirts of Pawsington lived two unlikely friends, Whiskers the cat and Rover the dog. Whiskers was a sleek black cat with bright green eyes, while Rover was a golden retriever with a perpetually wagging tail. Despite their differences in species, they were the best of friends, sharing adventures and mischief throughout the year. As the sun set on the eve of Catnap-Dog-day, the anticipation in Pawsington was palpable. Whiskers and Rover sat by the window, watching as the townsfolk decorated the streets with colorful banners and twinkling lights. Excitement buzzed in the air, and the friends couldn't wait to join in the festivities. The next morning, Pawsington awoke to a glorious day. The sun shone brightly in the clear blue sky, casting a warm glow over the town. Whiskers and Rover wasted no time in donning their finest attire. Whiskers in a dashing bow tie and Rover in a jaunty bandana, before heading out to join the celebrations. The streets of Pawsington were alive with activity. Cats and dogs mingled together, sharing laughter and treats as they danced to the lively music that filled the air. Whiskers and Rover darted through the crowd, greeting friends old and new with equal enthusiasm. As the day wore on, the highlight of Catnap-Dog-day approached, the great feast. Tables groaned under the weight of delicious treats, from savory meats to sweet pastries, all laid out for the enjoyment of the townsfolk. Whiskers and Rover eagerly joined the feast, sampling a little bit of everything as they sat side by side, enjoying each other's company. But just as the festivities reached their peak, disaster struck. A mischievous squirrel, drawn by the scent of food, darted out from a nearby tree and made a beeline for the feast. In its haste, it knocked over a towering pile of pies, sending them crashing to the ground in a messy heap. The townsfolk gasped in dismay, unsure of what to do, but Whiskers and Rover sprang into action, working together to gather up the fallen pies and salvage what they could. With teamwork and determination, they managed to restore order to the feast, much to the relief and gratitude of their fellow revelers. As the sun began to set on Catnap-Dog-day, Pawsington bid farewell to another year of celebration. The townsfolk dispersed, their hearts full of memories of a day filled with friendship and unity. And as Whiskers and Rover made their way home, their bond stronger than ever, they knew that no matter what challenge